Hello and welcome to your daily dose of Satoshi's news. Today's date is Saturday, the 17th of August 2024, the year of a million transactions per second or more. Experience the best of both worlds today at betbitcoinsv.com, the best casino and sports betting on chain. Have a little flutter in private using the original protocol and genuine Bitcoin. Right, let's see what we got in store for us today. So I found these stats on Aerospike, just doing a little bit of digging to find out about them. Got an article here on Statista about Amazon Web Services, statistics and facts. Just a bit of a continuation on that one, on the size of the market. Then we've got Cointelegraph article saying world's largest sovereign wealth fund. That's a Gradecoin exposure, not intentional. All right. US Marshals likely selling Silk Road Gradecoin, says lawyer. Dope. Coinbase CBBTC token may revolutionize Gradecoin DeFi adoption. Good grief, they're getting desperate. Whatever. Texas Senator discloses up to 100k in Gradecoin after blockchain endorsement. Dole. And then UK tribunal starts hearing a $9 billion BSV delisting case. We'll just see what Cointelegraph has about that. Then we've got a little bit of Bitcoin history, which is quite interesting. A little bit of numbers, and then that'll be it. Right, so let's cue the music.
Satoshi, like a cowboy in the West, riding on the blockchain that they call the very best. 1 million strong, them transactions flying free. Just wait for the Terra node, you'll surely see.
Here we go. Right, just a quick one then. So we'll fly through this. The Pittsburgh Aerospike. So we've got year founded 2009 as a private company with 252 employees. They had the latest deal amount with 17 investors, and they've got $114 million worth of investment, which is pretty great. So look at this: Aerospike valuation and funding, deal type. So 9 later stage VC series. Amount 114 million completed. So that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Description: the developer of a database platform designed to help industries in scaling data. The company's platform unlocks the potential of modern hardware to manage data for all corners of the enterprise, like the front end, core, and the cloud, and is equipped to fight fraud, increase shopping cart size, deploy global digital payment networks, and deliver instant personalized, enabling clients to consolidate and streamline their digital data infrastructure. Sounds very impressive. All right, let's have a look at some of this. This article here saying Statista, Amazon Web Services statistics and facts. An online bookseller, Amazon, has evolved into a global powerhouse and has led the cloud computing landscape. The Amazon Web Services (AWS) ranked in rating $90 billion or $90 billion US dollars in net sales revenue, forming a significant portion of Amazon's net total of 2023. Amazon services offerings have increased over the years, including online and physical stores, retail, third-party seller services, subscription services, AWS, and other related services. Due to global interest in cloud services and disruption they are causing across various sectors, AWS has become a major player in the industry, solidifying Amazon's position as a leader in both retail and cloud computing. The cloud market showing strong growth. The cloud market experienced a snowball effect due to increased demand for automation and adoption of remote work culture, making it one of the most important investment opportunities for retail and IT giants. The overall cloud application services, which is the SaaS market, is expected to experience an annual growth of 19% in 2024, with cloud system infrastructure services (LaaS) and cloud application infrastructure services estimated to have grown at almost 27% and 22% respectively in 2024. In terms of market size, these individual cloud service segments are expected to achieve revenues of $232 billion US dollars, $176 billion US dollars, and $180 billion US dollars by 2024. That is huge. Amazon and other US companies dominate the market. Amazon is among the largest hyperscale cloud providers, together with Microsoft Azure, Google Cloud, and Alibaba. The hyperscales outperform other companies in the market regarding technological innovation, revenues generated, global scale, and expertise. Accordingly, AWS offers a wide range of cloud-based products, including databases, analytics, management tools, security, IoT, enterprise applications, and developer tools. The company continuously expands its repertoire of services to meet its customers' changing needs and thereby advance industry standards and practices. For this reason, many enterprises worldwide use Amazon Web Services public cloud platform and infrastructure services to run their applications. I mean, it is just massive. It is just massive. Amazon Web Services dominates with 34% market share. Source Synergy Research Group. AWS still holds over a third of the cloud services market. In Q2 2022, Amazon Web Services commanded 34% of the cloud market, a 1% increase in year over year. Azure is second with 21% of the market, followed by Google Cloud 10% and Alibaba 5% and IBM 4%. Amazon's revenues from AWS grew from 5.62% in 2014 to 13.24% in 2021. The survey also showed that the cloud market continues to grow 34% year over year. Fun fact, it took Netflix 7 years to migrate to AWS. Wow. I mean, the market is just absolutely massive. Absolutely massive. Right, let's go on to some Cointelegraph then. So, world's largest sovereign wealth fund, Gradecoin exposure not intentional. How did this happen then? If the fund was aiming to increase its Gradecoin exposure, there would be more evidence of direct exposure initiatives, according to an analyst. An analyst claimed that the Norwegian sovereign wealth fund's significant increase in indirect Bitcoin or Gradecoin exposure, now valued over $144 million, may not have been a deliberate strategy. The growth likely originates from predetermined algo-based sector weighting and risk diversification. It's unlikely to stem from an intentional choice to amass exposure. K33 Research senior analyst Vettel Lund explained in August 14, ex post following the release of the Government Pension Fund of Norway's first half of 2024 financial report. Deliberate Gradecoin exposure would be more obvious. Lund explained that if there were a deliberate move to expose the fund to more Gradecoin, there would be more evidence of direct exposure initiatives. Through changes in share allocations and new purchases, the fund increased its indirect Gradecoin ownership by 160.7% since December 2023, now holding 2,446 Gradecoin valued at around $144.8 million at the time of publication. Mind you, that's a small fraction of what the overall wealth fund is worth. It perfectly illustrates how Gradecoin is maturing as an asset and getting woven into well-diversified portfolios, he claimed. I think he's clutching there at straws. Punching, should I say. Lund pointed out that the increase in the indirect exposure came from expanding its shareholdings in companies that hold Gradecoin. Yeah, so it hasn't really got it directly. The fund increased its shareholdings of Michael Saylor's MicroStrategy to account for 0.089% of its total portfolio. Expands investments and starts new stake in Marathon Digital. Additionally, it increased its stake in cryptocurrency exchange Coinbase and Jack Dorsey's fintech firm Block, formerly Square, and also started investing in Gradecoin mining firm Marathon Digital. As a result, each Norwegian essentially directly owns $27 worth of a Gradecoin, Lund added. Yeah, I think they're just kind of an excuse to make an article there, but kind of interesting. US Marshals likely selling Silk Road Gradecoin, says lawyer. The lawyer claims spark questions about market stability amid potential sale of Silk Road. I wonder if they'll be unsplit. They might be unsplit. Gradecoin by US Marshals, but we know what they'll be doing. The United States finance lawyer Scott Johnson has said the US Marshals Service is almost certainly in the process of selling Gradecoin seized on the infamous Silk Road marketplace. Johnson's assertions are grounded in a service agreement signed between the US Marshals Service and Coinbase in June. According to Johnson, this agreement indicates that once Gradecoin reaches Coinbase Prime, it is a clear sign that the United States Marshals Service has either sold or is about to sell these assets. United States Marshals Service Coinbase agreement, Johnson explained that the United States Marshals Service has been sending Gradecoin to a custodial address in accordance with the agreement's terms. Given the agreement requires the United States Marshals Service, assets remain completely segregated. Oh, funny. Like segregated witness. Whenever a transfer is ultimately made to a Coinbase Prime or other commingled exchange address. You can be sure United States Marshal Service has already sold or is selling immediately, Johnson wrote. Yeah, I mean, Donald Trump doesn't really want them to do that, do they? But we know all about Silk Road. 10 minutes gone already. Coinbase CBBTC token may revolutionize Grapecoin DeFi adoption, whatever. Coinbase's step marks the largest significant institutional entrant to the field of BTC Fi. Honestly, just getting desperate now. Coinbase, the world's second largest cryptocurrency exchange, could significantly boost the adoption of Bitcoin native decentralized finance. The exchange has recently teased the development of a new wrapped Grapecoin called Coinbase BTC. Oh my god, that's what it stands for. Creating widespread excitement amongst crypto investors. Yeah, for no reason whatsoever, just anything to hype it. The new token could significantly bolster the adoption of a Grapecoin native DeFi, according to Raina Shah, the Chief Operating Officer of Trust Machines, a software firm building Grapecoin solutions, Shah told Cointelegraph. The opportunity for Coinbase Grapecoin, based solely on current Coinbase users, is a massive onboarding opportunity for Grapecoin DeFi. What a joke. Coinbase's move is a major development for Grapecoin DeFi or Grapecoin Fi, a wider development and movement aimed at more utility to the Grapecoin network. Interest in the BTC Fi rose with the debut of Runes, a new protocol for issuing fungible tokens on the Bitcoin Grapecoin network that launched on April 20th, the day of the halving. Again, it's just absolute BS. It's utter BS. They do nothing. Oh, we're working on what? Developing a store of value. Developing more ways for you to buy this piece of crap. Honestly, it's just an absolute joke. It does nothing. Check this out. Texas Senator discloses up to $100,000 in Grapecoin after blockchain endorsement. After visiting a Grapecoin mining facility and receiving the endorsement of a blockchain advocacy group, Senator Ted Cruz reportedly purchasing up to $100,000 worth of Grapecoin in 2023. Ted Cruz, the junior United States Senator representing Texas, disclosed he purchased up to $100,000 worth of Grapecoin through financial services firm River Financial. In an August 13 disclosure filing with the US Senate, Cruz revealed he bought between $50,000 and $100,000 worth of Grapecoin as part of his personal holdings in 2023. No bias there then. The filing came just one day after the advocacy group Texas Blockchain Council endorsed the senator for his 2024 re-election campaign, highlighting his views on crypto. The Texas senator also reported he purchased Grapecoin in 2022, declaring between $15,000 and $50,000 worth of the cryptocurrency. His 2023 disclosure form did not include 3 Grapecoin miners he claimed to have purchased in May, which will likely be officially reported sometime in 2025. Dear, honestly, anybody who listens to my show knows what's going on. It's outrageous. UK tribunal starts hearing $9 billion BSV listing case. I mean, this is massive. According to the plaintiffs, the 6 exchanges which delisted the genuine Bitcoin in 2019 owe BSV holders $9 billion for missed opportunities. A case involving multiple exchanges delisting a certain token in 2019, continues to play out after 5 years, with the United Kingdom's authorities starting proceedings against 6 companies. The US Competition Appeal Tribunal started a hearing on June 5th against 6 exchanges that delisted the forked cryptocurrency, the genuine Bitcoin, in 2019. The defendants include some of the world's largest crypto exchanges, such as Binance European Arm, Binance European Services. Other defendants include Eric Voorhees' crypto exchange Shapeshift, Kraken, represented by Paywood, and the Grapecoin exchange Bitlicious, and related entities. According to the data from BitMEX Research, each of the 6 defendants has their own legal team, resulting in a large number of lawyers being involved in the case and a vast amount of documentation. The tribunal estimated that the collective proceedings order, or CPO, is expected to take 3 days. That would be interesting. I mean, I wonder if they're going to try and put like $9 billion into the BSV market cap, because that's what they really should be doing. But they should be shared and dished out amongst everybody, really. But interesting times. We'll see what happens. So a little bit of Bitcoin history then. So I think we last stopped on 11th of August. So since then, we've had August 12th. There's just bits of Bitcoin talk and the Satoshi Nakamoto Institute. August 13th was interesting. because they had a talk on Zitcoin. And they're saying, a friend asked me a question recently. What if one day someone invents a new electronic currency that is similar to Bitcoin but better in some ways? Again, they can't. Let's call this new currency Zitcoin for juvenile comedic effect. His point was that this would devalue the Bitcoin overnight as everyone moved to the new currency. Again, I mean, this is what Greg said as well. Every time you create a new shitcoin, devalues Bitcoin. However, I believe this is completely false. I think that the value of Bitcoin is not just in their engineering properties, it is also through their wide use and acceptance. Therefore, my expectation is that Zitcoin may eventually overtake Bitcoins, but it would take a long time for Bitcoins to be widely accepted, Zitcoins to be widely accepted. And again, this is the sort of people they don't know how Bitcoin is being commoditized. Therefore, they don't know the difference between a commodity and a security. Because if they did know the difference between a commodity and a security, they would know that you can't make another coin. It's literally, data can only be commoditized one way, and that way is BSV. That has the chain of signatures that goes right the way back to the Genesis block. It was the same protocol that Satoshi released on the 3rd of January 2009. They just don't know that BTC is now the SegWit protocol that is an altcoin. It's going to be a bit uncomfortable when they find out, then there. And then August 14th, 1935, so again the year after the SEC was created, they also created the Social Security Administration, which was founded. And again, we know that the powers that be are trying to do there. When this was recorded in a Finks bar in 1999, when a certain someone said, America is a golden calf and we will suck it dry, chop it up and sell it off piece by piece, until there is nothing left but the world's biggest welfare state that we will create and control. This is what we do to countries that we hate. We destroy them very slowly. Nice one, mate. Cheers for that. There was also questions on the 14th of August 2010 about does it scale? Here we go. And again, they were just talking about issues that they had, but teething problems. And then August 15th, I'd forgotten about this one. On August 15th, 1871, Albert Pike received a vision, which he described in a letter that he wrote to Giuseppe Mazzini, an Italian revolutionary leader and fellow 33-degree Freemason, dated 15th of August 1871. This letter graphically outlined plans for 3 world wars that were seen as necessary to bring about a one world order. And we can marvel at how accurately it has predicted events that have already taken place. So, I mean, check it out. Look, so it goes, the First World War must be brought about in order to permit the Illuminati to overthrow the power of the Tsars in Russia and of making the country a fortress of atheistic communism. The divergence caused by the Argenteur agents of the Illuminati between the British and the Germanic empires will be used to foment this war. At the end of the war, communism will be built and used in order to destroy other governments, in order to weaken the religions. The Second World War must be fomented by taking advantage of the differences between the fascists and the political Zionists. This war must be brought about so that Nazism is destroyed and the political Zionism be strong enough to institute a sovereign state of Israel in Palestine, which is exactly what's happened. During the Second World War, international communism must become strong enough in order to balance Christendom, which would be then restrained and held in check until the time when we would need it for the final social cataclysm. The Third World War, which is what we're facing at the moment, must be fomented by taking advantage of the differences caused by the agenda of the Illuminati between the political Zionists and the leaders of the Islamic world. The war must be conducted in such a way that Islam, the Muslim Arabic world, and the political Zionism, the State of Israel, mutually destroy one another. Meanwhile, the other nations, once more divided on this issue, will be constrained to fight to the point of complete physical, moral, spiritual, and economic exhaustion. We shall unleash the nihilists and the atheists, and we shall provoke a formidable social cataclysm, which will, in all its horror, will show clearly to the nations the effect of absolute atheism. Origin of savagery and of the most bloody turmoil. Then everywhere citizens obliged to defend themselves against the world minority of revolutionaries will exterminate those destroyers of civilizations, and the multitude disillusioned with Christianity, those deistic spirits will form that moment will form that moment be without compass or direction, anxious for an ideal, but without knowing where to render its adoration, will receive the true light through the universal manifestation of the pure doctrine of Lucifer, brought finally and out in the public view. This manifestation will result from the general reactionary movement, which will follow the destruction of the Christianity and atheism, both conquered and exterminated at the same time. And that was actually followed by the Nixon shock, which was the 100-year anniversary, where they removed the dollar from the gold standard, effectively getting control of the world's financial system. And as Henry Kissinger said, who controls money controls the world. So they've basically done it. So I've got to shoot off. That's a 20-minute show. We will leave it there, just looking at the prices there. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you enjoyed these updates, please ding your donations for your appreciation to Satoshi, either Sentby.com, Handcash.io, Simply.cash, Relasia.com, Rockwallet.me, Senti.ch. We'll leave you there. I hope you enjoyed it. As ever, be aware, take care, stay safe out there, and we'll see you in the next one.